Now, if you have a love problem, you can always email it in to the Tony Fly Love Clinic. Fly at B96hiphop.com is the address, all right? Now, good morning, Fly Show family.
Good morning.
I am a regular listener and love your show.
Thank you.
I know you sometimes give out advice, so I'm hoping for some today. You see, my fiance just told me that he is a, quote, switch hitter, if you know what I mean.
Of course he did.
He said that he has never told anyone else and has hidden it from me until now. Needless to say, I cried all night, and the wedding is in 2 weeks.
Oh.
He also said that if he were in my shoes, he would end the relationship. However, he is glad that I have not. He promises me he will be faithful, but would you believe that? And that's from Josie.
Wow, Josie.
Now, imagine hearing that news 2 weeks before you're about to commit your entire life to this guy.
That is the best news that she will ever get. You know why? Because it could be 2 weeks later while she's married to him.
It could be honey. Imagine it's the wedding night.
Right,
Oh.
and she finds him with the Cabana boy.
Oh, my goodness.
Love.
Good morning, John. You're on the Tony Fly Love Clinic. What's up?
John?
I just want to say good morning to my Fly Show family.
What's up?
morning.
What's
Good
up?
morning.
I'd like to say she need to be thankful that he did tell her, but at the same time, she need to pay attention on how he told her.
Right.
He don't want to get married. That whole "if I were you" line
Yeah.
That's
is
it.
simply telling her,
Yeah.
you don't want to get married. He pitch hitting. He ain't pitch hitting, and it ain't no buy. If you done got physical with another man, you're gay, homie.
All right. Thank you.
Straight up, John.
You know what, though?
I'm down with John.
You know what? This could be a cry for release. This guy is asking to be
It
broken up with.
absolutely could be.
Jessica,
Wow.
good morning. You're on the Fly Show Love Clinic. What's up?
Good morning.
Hey.
Morning.
I just want to tell Josie that she should leave him because I have the same problem. At least he told me the night before our wedding,
Oh, man.
What is wrong with men? Like,
and everyone showed up to the wedding not knowing what's happening, and yeah. So basically, I didn't even have time to call off the wedding.
So you guys called off the wedding, obviously,
Oh, my
and
We tried doing it because he told me like 3 o'clock in the morning, so it's kind of like the day of our wedding,
Oh
but it was
my
at
God.
night.
now we're all concerned about Josie and her feelings. Imagine the turmoil that's happening inside this guy. Imagine what he's been going through this whole time they've been engaged. He's probably said, okay, now we're down to crunch time. I got to say something now. It's 2 weeks now.
I get that he's going through, some self-discovery things, but she is going to be humiliated. I mean, she planned her wedding. She has a dress. She has a honeymoon planned. As a woman, your wedding day is the most important day of your life besides the day your children are born.
Alisa, you're on the Tony Fly Morning Show. Hello, Alisa. Alisa. Hello.
Good morning. I was going to say, Josie, you have nothing to worry about. My longest relationship, which was almost 4 years, actually, wound up to be the person I was with was bi, and that was the least of the problems because some of them are more dedicated than most people I know.
See what I mean?
So
Why
you had a really good relationship with somebody who's bi.
Yes, actually, some of them are better people just because they have no preference. They understand, they respect people more.
Why did the relationship end?
It ended. It had nothing to do with it, actually. It had to do with his goals and aspirations. He was not a very hardworking person, and it didn't work out.
Okay.
Thank you, Alisa. Rachel, you're on the Tony Fly Love Clinic. We got an email from a lady whose fiance told her that he's bi and they're getting married in 2 weeks, and Rachel has some advice.
I think that just because he's bi, it doesn't make him more likely to cheat on her.
That's right, Rachel.
If he were not, I mean, obviously there's more options for him to cheat on her with, but if they really loved each other, he wouldn't cheat whether he was bi or straight or gay.
The thing is, that is a good point. Just because he's bi doesn't mean he's a cheater.
But it does mean that he's dishonest because when you're going to marry someone, you should be honest about everything. And 2 weeks before your wedding, you're going to drop a bomb like, oh, by the way, I like both boys
That's
and
better
girls.
than not saying it at all, though.
Say I had a fetish for tall women,
Yeah.
and I was engaged to a short woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I told this woman 2 weeks before we got married that I have a thing for tall women. I've never told you before, but just so you know, I love you so much. I would never act on that thing for tall women. I love you, and I'll be faithful. Would you say that marriage could survive?
Yes, because you're talking about tall women. You're not talking about your sexuality, and that's a huge thing to drop on someone.
Yeah,
If you're-
because you're attracted to something else, doesn't mean that you can't love somebody who's not exactly what you're attracted to.
That's right.
Even if it is your sexuality, because if he's bi, he's attracted to women too.
Hey,
I just think it's dishonest to not
Rachel,
be open about someone
thank
you're
you
marrying.
very much. You know what? My advice is you really need to spend the next couple of days doing some soul searching. You need to figure out if you can live with this. If you can live with your guy being attracted to everything on two legs, because that's what he's saying to you.
That's right.
All right. It's the B96 Tony Fly Morning Show Love Clinic.